Quick summary. In early 2021, we crossed paths with the homeschooling family and our children quickly bonded, leading us to becoming good friends. But by late 2021, they made the bold decision to sell their house, pack up their belongings, and bid farewell to Southern California.
Oh, come on!
Their destination? A small town nestled in North Texas called Denison. Fast forward over 2 years, and they've been residing there ever since. I first helped relocate their truck. Then another visit took place the following spring. And now we're back for the final installment of this trilogy. So how have these past 2 years treated them? And has life in Texas lived up to its reputation? Stay tuned to find out. Over the past couple of years, there's been a mass exodus out of state, with a substantial number making the move to Texas. As a Californian, when we ponder life in Texas, visions of spacious properties at a fraction of the California price tag come to mind. Remarkably, our friends reside in precisely that kind of place. However, since our last visit, they've expanded their lot size substantially by acquiring several more acres.
You serious?
Their neighbors sold them part of their land, and it was massive. As soon as we arrived, we immediately got the full tour. I was glad to see the swing we left here a year ago. And you guessed it, right behind is a pond. The original deck has since been expanded, a perfect spot for a picnic. And in order to aerate it, they installed a small fountain which lights up at night. Because they now own the land across the pond, a brand new bridge was built to cross over. I've typically associated individuals who possess their own bridges with those who sport golden crowns. Right over this way is their fruit orchard. There's about 8 trees already planted here, ready to produce fruit for years to come. And the crown jewel is this well, which has enough water to irrigate all their plants. They also got their own barn, which turned out to be structurally unsound. This old thing will eventually be torn down, but a future barndominium may go in its place. And the giant pile of dirt is exactly what you see, a giant pile of dirt. It has a special name though. We call it Mount Doom. And the best part of this property is the amazing view of the countryside. Back near the main house, they finally got into raising their own chicken. My favorite one is the Japanese bantam. They're like midgets of the chicken world. Really cute. And this area will be the future location of their new garage. To get an idea, it's bigger than most homes in California. We were staying here for a week, and for the first few days we just hung out catching up on our lives. I told them that we still haven't had Texas Roadhouse, but was close to trying one in Korea. And here we are, Texas Roadhouse in Korea. I gotta try Texas Roadhouse in Korea to see how good it is. The irony of almost having my first Texas Roadhouse in Korea was too much to handle. So it really came as no surprise that we had to stop by and grab a bite at one of the nearby locations. Contrary to popular belief, Texas Roadhouse didn't originate in Texas, but rather in Clarksville, Indiana, thanks to the vision of Mr. Kent Taylor back in 1993. His journey began humbly as a manager at Kentucky Fried Chicken, but he soon became the driving force behind the creation of this iconic American steakhouse, which now boasts over 600 locations worldwide. While the initial expansion faced some challenges, the arrival of a talented chef named Jim Broyle marked the turning point for Kent on his path to success. Their guiding principle is that every item on the menu is crafted from scratch and offered at a great value. Curiosity led me to put this claim to the test to see if it was true. We drove over to Sherman, and the location really had the feeling of a family-friendly Texas dive bar. And look at all those hand-cut steaks, looks so delicious. We were here on a weekday afternoon and this place was still pretty packed. As soon as we sat down, the fresh baked bread came rolling out and it was warm and soft. We started off with some chili and it was sprinkled with some cheddar cheese. I won't say it's the best chili I've had, but it definitely hits the spot. I grabbed a medium rare 8-ounce hand-cut sirloin with a side of french fries. I thought it would be bland, but the meat had a decent amount of flavor and it was very tender. My wife had a country fried steak with a Caesar salad. Not as good as the steak, but they were still delicious. Our friends got some barbecue chicken and some steaks slathered with gravy. I was about to dig in, but felt it would be weird to eat other people's food. When it came time to pay, there was a convenient tablet placed on the table that accepted credit cards. It also doubled as an entertainment device, as it was full of games and activities to keep the kids distracted. Overall, I'd say the price was fair, the food was delicious, and the customer service was fantastic. So did it taste handcrafted? Can't say for sure, but my stomach was really happy. On our way out, we grabbed some complimentary peanuts. Texas Roadhouse is now my favorite steak restaurant. If I ever pass by one, I'll make sure to stop in and have a meal. And since we're on the topic of food, tomorrow's menu was specially catered by our friend's Jordanian neighbor. She's a professional chef and is pregnant? Congratulations, Heba. Her Instagram is @Hebasaurus. I've never had Jordanian cuisine before, but it's kind of similar to Greek food. There was so much food. This will easily take us a few days to finish.
Wow, dolmas. Looks so yummy.
So what was the final result? Thumbs up. I could eat like this all the time. We were really grateful for the Texas-style hospitality that our friends showed us. Our family definitely felt welcome to be there. Plus, I haven't eaten that well in a long time. I think I might have gained a few pounds on this trip. So what better way to shed off some excess calories than to head on over to the nearby adventure park called Urban Air.
Wow, this place is big.
Urban Air operates indoor adventure parks across the contiguous United States and Canada. They provide a safe environment for the whole family to jump, soar, race, climb, and play to their heart's desire. Before paying for admission, new guests must sign a waiver that basically says if you get hurt, it's not their fault. Please don't sue us. All-day deluxe tickets cost $20.99, while the ultimate tickets cost $25.99 with access to all the attractions. For children 5 and under, they only pay $11.99. You must also purchase their socks for $3.49 each. Man, the costs are really adding up. Ellie immediately zoomed over to the warrior course. This really makes me want to practice to be a contestant on the American Ninja. And I love how the bottom is a giant ball pit.
Ellie, you have to crawl. Crawl. Yeah, crawl. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Is it hard? Oh, there you go. You jumped down. Oh, so cool. It's fun.
I wonder what poor soul dived into there head first. Right next to the warrior course was the drop zone, the perfect place to practice some death-defying acrobatics where a giant airbag will gently break your fall.
Like run. Too scared, huh?
Their little bodies weren't strong enough to get major air, but they still had a great time. Ultimate ticket holders can go on the Skyrider, a fun zigzaggy zip line. I consider this the best attraction at Urban Air. I kind of wish I could try it. And if you can grab a buddy, you can see who's the top dog at the battle beam. Unfortunately, Ellie would rather go into the ball pit. Did I ever say that it's always been an ancient dream of mine to be able to slam dunk? It's also a legitimate rock climbing section. And at the other end of the park, Dylan and his buddy was challenging themselves on the ropes course. This is a great way to get over any fear of heights. And if your family ever gets tired and needs to recharge, there's a cafe where you can purchase drinks and a meal. But you probably need to make sure everyone brushes their teeth when you go home.
What?
And if you're planning a birthday party, they have a multitude of rooms to choose from.
Go down the slide. There you go. Hi.
We got a section here for those who suffer from thyroid issues and are constantly low on energy, also known as being lazy.
It's like a climbing slide. Like a mountain climbing slide.
Park playgrounds are so last century. It's all about 3-story indoor cage playgrounds. And who can forget about all the trampolines? They've got trampolines for freestyles, trampolines for acrobatics, and trampolines for dodgeball. And last but not least, there's the Wipeout, a hilarious competition to be the last one standing. By the way, this is an employee-operated only attraction, but somehow the kids figured out how to turn it on.
Very nice, Ellie. You won all this from the claw machine, huh? Great job. What is this? Rubber ducky? Ball? You got a ducky too? Everyone's winning everything, huh?
Everything turned out perfectly, except they started closing 30 minutes early. Shouldn't we get some money back for this? My final review is that Urban Air is the best trampoline/adventure park we've ever been to. Totally beats Sky Zone out of the water. If it wasn't for the high price tag, I would consider coming here more often. Anyways, it seems like life in Texas is pretty great. 2 years away from California, and I'm happy to see our friends having a prosperous and rich life. They've definitely leveled up, and I can't wait to come back to see the progress. So thank you for having our family over. We're really glad to have you guys in our lives. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed these videos, here's some more suggestions. On this channel, I produce entertaining educational travel content, and if that's your thing, please consider subscribing. And with that, I'll see you on the next Pick 6 adventure.